All right, this is the block that we will be making for rolling churn dash. And I have picked through my Nantucket Summer bucket. This is what I'm calling this down here. These are all the different sizes that I'm gonna need. I had to write it out. But here's my Nantucket bucket, and I have picked through all these fabrics that I will be able to use, and I'm excited. I'm gonna combine them with the Shoreline, and we're gonna make another quilt top. It's called Rolling Churn Dash. I'm super excited, guys. I won't be able to use these. There's not enough of that, but look at all the other low volume. All right, let's get started. Let me show you what it takes to make one block really quickly, okay? You're gonna need, and I'm making this one, okay? So that's the block I'm making. You're gonna need one medium or light blue for the center, 4.5 inches, all right? 4 dark blue, 4.5 inches for all the corners. This is the center. I don't know if I said corner or not, but this light blue goes in the center. The dark blue goes out on the corners, all right? And for each dark blue 4.5 inch square, you're gonna need to snowball with one low volume and so one low volume and 3 medium blues. And I am, for this block, I have them matching, but that's not going to be the case in the rest of these, all right? So you're going to snowball each of those corners. So you need a total of 12, 2.5 light blue, and 4 2.5 low volume, okay? And then depending on if your fabric is directional or not, you can strip piece these blocks that make up the center, the sides, yeah. So you need a dark blue, and I'm taking a dark blue that's different than the one that's in my corners. And then you need this gray or taupe, or maybe a neutral, maybe that's a better way of saying it. And then a medium green, and then the low volume. All of these are 1.5 by 4.5. When you sew them together with a 1/4 inch seam, they come out a little bigger, but that's okay. Once you put the block together, you can square it up, all right? So you can decide if you want a little more low volume or a little more navy. It's up to you. For me, I have, when I've done one, I have worked on, I've taken off the extra navy because I have navy right here. Hopefully that makes sense. Well, we'll do one and you'll see, all right? Did I already show you my sample? Here's my sample. All right, doesn't that churn dash stand out? That's super fun. This is just probably gonna turn into a pillow because I didn't snowball it and I did not use my dark blue. I was just kind of using my leftovers to make sure my sizes were correct, okay? So this is a semi-sample, I'll call it. And now what I'm doing is I am just taking the time. I've already got my 20 blocks laid out, and I am not strip piecing because I have directional fabric. Let me show you. So I have all this directional fabric, and not all of it, it's not a lot, but I have to lay it out before I make each block. So if you're gonna do one without directional fabric, I would strongly suggest strip piecing. I think it'll go really fast for you, okay? All right, guys, I have my design board with all my pieces. We're gonna make one block. I am gonna time lapse it. It's gonna be very straightforward. I'm just gonna take, I'm gonna start off by taking each corner 4.5 inch block, and I am gonna snowball them, okay? And then I'm gonna do my strips, 1.5 by 4.5 inch strips. And then I will put the block together. But before we start that, I just want to show you my book stand. It is super cute.
I got it from Amazon for like $9. And what I do is all these wonderful stickers that I receive, I have just, I'm sorry, there you go. I've been putting them on there, and then eventually I will put them on the back. And it just makes me smile each time. But for now, we're going to use this book stand so I could put my design board up here, and then I can just grab and go. All right. All right, guys, I have got my block all laid out here. A couple things I want to go over with this block is every square in here is going to be squared up to 4.5 before you put your blocks together. You could do it after, but I prefer to do it before. And I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do it. Here are my quote-unquote square and a square. They should be 4.5. And I am just checking them. Oh, that looks good. I'm going to just go one by one. This is going to be a little bit bigger because they're all 1.5 by 4.5. See that? See how? I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bigger. And I am taking off the blue rather than the low volume, okay? So let's do that. It looks like it's a 1/4 inch too big. Just gonna square that up. I tried to square it up. Maybe time for a new rotary blade. All right. Low volumes all go towards the center block. Oh, this is going to be super cute. The stripe may be a little crooked, but we'll see how it works. And I pieced them individually because they're directional, okay? I wanted all the stripes to go in the same direction. All right, there we go. Oh, I kind of forgot to do these. Let me take this off. One. And this side. There we go. Now let's line it up. Another thing I want to point out about the square and a square, let's see, this one's a little bigger. So I want to make sure I have a 1/4 inch on each of the points, okay? So I don't lose my points. So let's do that. Yeah, the one at the top is gonna be close. Yeah, it's more closer to 1/8, but we'll make it work. Okay, here is my block. I pieced it all together. Once you do the snowballs, it really goes together really quickly. I love how it looks. Let me bring it up close for you all. I got all my points as well. Super excited about that. All I need to do is square it up. All right, I have a 12.5 inch ruler. Oh, it looks pretty good. All 20 blocks have been completed, and I love these blocks. They are super cute. Again, I'm calling them Rolling Churn Dash. Isn't that cute, guys? I love the combination of Nantucket and Shoreline together. They are looking super cute. And every low volume is unique in this quilt. I've only used it one time. I had to double up on some of the blues and the greens, but the low volumes, each churn dash is a different fabric, and I absolutely love that, guys. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now, I made a total of 22 blocks. One was a sample, and then I made this one, but I wasn't paying attention to my directional fabric. Okay, there was 2 directional fabrics in this quilt top, and I wanted my stripes going up and down, but I said, okay, that's all right, I'll just make them sideways. But then look at this. These 3 are going the right way, this one is not, and I can't just rotate it because then I lose my turn dash. So I have to make this block again, and I'll probably just make it out of a pillow. I'll make it into a pillow. Oops, there we go. So the next thing I gotta look at is sashing. What color sashing do I want? I have 3 that I was considering. This is the darker medium with the dark dot. I thought it might work, but once I put it up in here, I didn't think it really did anything more for the quilt top. Okay, then I have this white with blue dot, which I absolutely love, and my sashing is going to be 1.5 inch. And I thought this would work because it'll bring out the white in the churn dash. It would make it pop. And it might do that. It just doesn't really excite me, and it doesn't give me that illusion of the Rolling Stone quilt block that I like, okay? So I have this light blue dot. I have 1/2 yard, and I think I can make it work. I think I may have just a little bit more, and I think I could make this work. Yes, and then I think if I sashed it, it would give me that illusion of the Rolling Stone block with a churn dash in the center. And that's exactly what I want to do. But again, I just have to give you a warning about these directional fabrics because I did it again. I just saw this now. I have these stripes going the right way, but the flowers are going all kind of ways. So I have to fix a couple of blocks, and then I'll come back. I'll have it sashed. I'm gonna put, no, I think 3 borders on this, just so I can make it a little larger. All right, guys, I finished all my blocks. I have made all those corrections. It's a total of 4 blocks that I think I had to fix, but now everything is directional and I'm loving all my blocks now. I've pieced them together and I've added in sashing. 1.5 inch unfinished, 1.5 inch cornerstones. Love it, love it, love it. And then I'm using this light blue 1.5 inch border. So I think that it looks really great. I've really never used a medium as a background like this, and I really love how this quilt top is coming out. However, you know me, I got stuck. I got stuck on the border, all right? So I know I want to use this gorgeous 108. This is my 108, but I want to use it on the borders. So I think that'll be gorgeous. Now, I still think I want to put a little gap border in there, a second border. So I have some options. I'm really liking this stripe, and I'm thinking it might work. But it may have to be very small. If I can move this over a little. Maybe just like a 2-inch stripe. That might be pretty fun. Okay, so that's option 1, all right? Let's go to option 2. Try not to stick myself. Option 2, I have enough of this left so that I could put in like a 2.5 inch, 2-inch border in between these 2. It's okay, and I might be being thrown off by my flannel that's on this design wall. But I'm not really all that excited about it. I think maybe both of them are floral. I think maybe that might be bothering me, but this would be probably my last choice, I think. Then I have some more plaid. Let's see if we could put a small piece of plaid in there. That really pops off the blue. What do you think? I finally made a decision. I went with the green plaid, and thank you guys. You know who you are who helped me with that decision. 2.5 inches for my second border, 5-inch outer border, 1.5-inch inner border, all unfinished sizes, okay? Each block is 12.5 unfinished, and then I have 1.5-inch sashing and cornerstones, okay? All unfinished. It is 64 by 80. It is 4 blocks by 5 rows, and I love how this quilt top turned out. I did have a leftover block, which I'm making into a pillow. Looks super cute, doesn't it? I think it'll be great. Okay. And then I still have quite a bit of Nantucket. Well, actually, this is Nantucket and Shoreline bucket now, but I think I'm done. This is my third quilt top in the series. I love using these colors, but I think I'm ready to play with some bright, bold, pretty fabric or do something for autumn. So that may be where I'm heading next. I did start another quilt top, but I only did 1 block, and so I will do this. I'll pick this up in the new year probably. Okay, what do I have next for you? I have some free downloads. Quilts-by-Carmel.com. You can get this mock-up and the block. The one thing I will say about the block, if you wanted to use square paper, foundation paper piece, you could do that. You need 4 for each block, so 4 times you have 20 blocks, 80. Had to use my brain. So you would need 80. And just be careful with directional fabric unless you don't care. If you don't care, then you're good, all right? I just have to decide on a backing. I have the outer border, which I took 3 strips from this 108. So I still have like 90 by 108, which would be a great backing. Or I can do this plaid. This navy plaid. I'm thinking this right now, but I'd love your opinion. Or should I go with something completely different? Let me know, okay? All right, I probably will bind it with the green just to have a little pop of color, or navy. I'm just not sure, but I'll wait till I get it quilted and then I'll make that decision. Thank you guys for watching. If you would, please like, comment, and subscribe, and come back. We're gonna do something fun for Sew a Jelly Roll Day. I may even have something before that. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.